Carl the Worm Froch, you've got yourself a fight. Where do you want to fight at, mate? We'll do it in the ring, under the lights. I'll fight you at Tottenham in 8 weeks' time. Me and you, Tottenham, undercard, 8 weeks' time, you'll get that, because I know you're a shithouse. I know you're not a man. A 3-time Hall of Fame. You might be all like 12 stone, mate. You're not nothing at heavyweight, mate. Well, I'd laugh at you and hit me.
Well, he's talking about boxing Carl Froch now. Carl is an incredible achiever. You know, one of the greatest champions this country's ever produced.
All the time when they've been talking back and forth, Carl's always said, I don't need it. I'm not interested in it. Carl has now turned around and said, okay then, let's have a fight.
That's because of the conduct of him.
But will John now take it, or do you think there'll be some reason as to why John won't do it?
Without a shadow of a doubt, John will take the fight because it's a great stage for him.
The Cobra's still in outrageous, chiseled shape. If you were stood across the ring with me with 10-ounce gloves on, it wouldn't last very long. And if you're talking about kicking him up the arse and giving me a slap, when you see me, that's a totally different story. That's a roll around on the cobbles. And trust me, you don't want to go there with me, because I'll have a fight with you. I'll fight you for a £5. I'll beat you for a £10. I'll do you both for 15. Right, anyway.
And while preparing for his own comeback, Tyson Fury has drawn a hard line in the sand. He is not backing his father in this. When John Fury publicly called out Carl Froch, Tyson didn't celebrate it. He didn't hype it. He shut it down to him. This isn't drama. It's danger. Tyson knows exactly what Froch is, not just a retired pundit with strong opinions, but a former world champion who built his reputation on durability, precision, and punishing resolve. The Cobra isn't a nickname for nostalgia. It's a reminder of what he was and still might be in short bursts, and Tyson's concern feels real. This isn't about pride, it's about protection.
You've had fucking plenty to say about John Fury. Here I am. You've had plenty to say about John Fury. Where are you? Where the fuck are you? Let's get it on. Alright, pal. Let's get the fuck on with it. Here I am. They're talking about it day and night on videos. Day and night on videos. And here I am ready to fight. Where are you at? Where the fuck are you? Hey? The world's been calling me a fucking shithouse. You know me, Lennox. You know I'm no fucking coward. I was gonna fight you in your fucking heyday.
That's true.
Wasn't it true? Did I back away from you? That's right. So put some fucking respect on the name of John Fury and get that fucking Carl Froch here. If he wants it, I'm fucking here. And anybody else in the fucking building, look here. The ultimate fucking male. The ultimate fucking male. Never fuck with this guy ever again. If you're not going to put up, fucking shut up. Run like a fucking bitch. Run like a fucking bitch, Carl Froch. Run like a fucking bitch. Run like a fucking bitch.
What started as a chaotic balcony rant turned into something much bigger. John Fury didn't just shout insults into the air. He demanded a contract. Publicly, he called for the fight to land on the undercard of his son's major event, even suggesting Netflix should formalize it for April 11. That's when the spectacle crossed into serious territory. And John doubled down with his preparation, no glossy gym footage. No luxury training camp. Instead, retreating into the woods, chopping trees, hitting the heavy bag, bare-knuckle old-school grit. Raw, primitive, but grit doesn't neutralize elite-level experience.
Another running video this morning, but not just a running video. I'm going to be the first man to fight a 3-time Hall of Famer. We're just doing it myself. John Fury style. Running, bare knuckle, heavy bag, eating, living in the woods, chopping trees, eating the filth of the earth. I'm doing it gypsy style. And I'm going to prove to everybody out there, where there's a will, there's a way. Don't need a trainer. Don't need a SC. I don't need none of that crap. I'm going back to the 70s when men was men. If you want to be privy to all of this, contact me. Let's hope you got some deep pockets, but it'll be well worth it. It's better than the usual crap on the television, because John Fury can definitely bring it in every way. I'll wait to hear from you. So after a 4-mile run, Big Gypsy John is here in the town square doing a bit of shadow boxing. Go on, Dad. Get up, son. Get up. Get up. Tune in if you want to see more. Huh?
You don't call out Carl Froch and expect silence. Froch built a career on walking into hostile environments and breaking opponents mentally and physically. So when he responded, it wasn't theatrical outrage. It was cold acceptance. On his own platform, Froch delivered a deadpan message that cut through the noise. He framed it as duty, a responsibility to silence disrespect. He accused John of riding his son's fame. And then he made it brutally clear he would stick it on him, Cobra style. That wasn't banter, that sounded like intent.
Well, he was losing the plot, calling out me and Joe Egan. He said, myself and Joe Egan can both tag team him. You know, he'll do a double or whatever. I can't remember how he phrased it. Basically, he'll take us both on. It was quite threatening, actually, and quite... You know, if I was a bit of a snowflake, then I'd have been upset. I'd have been offended by it because it was threatening. He was calling it on, and he was saying basically, watch your back, and you don't want to go back to prison. So he needs to be careful, doesn't he? I mean, he's talking about going back to prison. So he's putting loose threats out there for me and Joe Egan. But let's be honest. I mean, he don't even want to fight Joe Egan, does he? Let's be honest. He's got no intention of fighting anybody. But that was his first video of him almost losing the plot. And I thought Tyson might get hold of that and say, look, Dad, pipe down now, just leave it, and that'll be the end of it. But he's carried on. And this morning he released another video. There was 3 main things that pointed out on that video. The first one, which needed to happen, was an apology to Steve Bunce, good friend of mine. And actually, Steve's all right with John Fury. He apologised to Steve Bunce because he went for him. He put his head in his face and he said, I'll butt you in the nose and give it all that. And Steve was like, I'm your friend, John. And he's like, you're no friend of mine. And then he walked off. But that was out of order on Steve Bunce. He's been going through a few personal hardships of late, which I won't go into, but it's not on. Steve Bunce is an old boxing historian. He's a journalist that's been around for many years. Anybody in the boxing world knows Steve Bunce. They know how good he is. They know what a good guy he is. And to go for him when he's just stood there minding his own business, he's the only one that didn't have his phone out filming. And Big John went for him. It's like a bully. He's a proper bully boy. He deserved an apology, and he apologised. So fair enough.
This is where the story shifts, because the man headlining everything, Tyson Fury, had to step in publicly. And for once, there was no bravado, no mind games, just a son warning his father. Tyson knows what world-class precision feels like. He knows what elite timing does to even the toughest men. He knows that heart and toughness have limits when faced with refined technique. His message was blunt. Froch is dangerous. This is reckless. Someone could get hurt. And when a heavyweight champion stops selling hype and starts expressing concern...
Made a beeline for Carl Froch there. What is it about Carl that's
making videos about me day and night, him and his boyfriend, Joe Egan. I could beat them two on a bad day. I could beat the pair of them on a bad day. Look here, run like a bitch. The big Carl Froch. They talk about John Fury left, right and centre when I'm here, in the flesh, growling, ready to rock and roll. I don't give a fuck about fighting. That's my domain. And they know that.
Does that disappoint you that he said it?
I'm an American pit bull terrier, and what are they? What are they? Labradors.
Does that disappoint you that they've said that on the video, but they don't speak to you in person?
They won't speak to me. Every man what's done that and done me in person, he's in a bad way today. Every man. Outside, I'm an animal. I'm telling you now, people who know me, or the past, they're all dead who know me. Who could say he can fight? Outside, he's an animal. They're all dead and gone. I'm from old school. I'm from the 70s, 80s and 90s when men was men. We didn't talk down YouTube. So men made videos. We fought. And you see that, the pussies, man. Pussies. You think some 12-stone man can beat me a 5 after that window like an aeroplane? Like a paper aeroplane. And he's made it in one punch, put him in the Royal Infirmary. Him what can't look out of his eyes. He's been going on and going on. Why he had to face the big John Fury? But I've got power. Look at the back on me. Look at the muscles on me. I'm not fat thin. I could drive that right hand straight through the skull, running 4 miles 5 times a week, weight training in the bag, sparring. Come on. I'm ready and prepared for these mugs. And I grabbed them. If you're in the outside, you drop me out from, you know that. Be over.
Conference, John Fury kind of went over to Froch and mentioned your name, but I think he was mainly looking at Carl Froch. Were you expecting that?
I wasn't expecting it, but I know that he blows up before press conferences, and he's just getting some steam off, blowing some steam off.
He said he wanted to fight you in your prime. Do you remember that?
Yes, he did. I remember that, and I was like, he's not serious, is he? We didn't really take him too serious, but he did offer the fight.
Listen, Tyson Fury is back April 11th. He's got asked about Makhmudov. Is this the sort of fight you think, dust off a few cobwebs, or do you think this is a very dangerous fight?
I think it's a dangerous fight. Anytime you box a guy and he's the same size as you and he can, throw a good punch, it's always a dangerous fight. I think Tyson Fury has got the boxing ability to stay away from him and make it a good fight and, show his boxing ability. I think Makhmudov is one-dimensional, but he's tough. And, he believes that this is his time now. So he's going to go for it. So that's a recipe for a good fight.